Welcome everybody to my chapter 300 review of My Hero Academia. Now, as you just heard, this is chapter 300, so it is a pretty big chapter. This story started, I actually don't know when it started, because I wasn't reading manga when it started. This started a little while ago. So I guess let's just go through the chapter as I normally do. So the chapter starts off with somebody just like a narrator going, pretty much saying that it says the urban areas descended into panic. Society had barely begun to process the destruction of 2 days prior, and a small army of vicious escaped villains only excavated this unperceived crisis. So it's pretty much just saying how society's looking at heroes like, oh crap, what are we going to do? What has happened here? The public has no faith in the heroes now. So, and then we see people breaking into a restaurant or bar sort of thing where one of the prison escapees, I guess was the guy that Bakugo defeated in volume 23. I don't know. I had the chance to pick up volume 23. I picked up 18 and 26 instead, as you see, or 16 and 26. So, but I guess it was a villain that he defeated there. He's called Cider House. And then we see the probably head chef or somebody have a support item trying to fight this guy back. They fight him back, and just a good chunk of this town is destroyed. Then we see Wash, the laundry hero, coming up and to see where the villains are, and we see that she finds a support item, and then people aren't having good faith in heroes. That's sort of the first part of this chapter that you have to recognize. And then we see somebody who, I skip a page. Never mind, that must have been the last chapter. Wash heroes don't have any faith in them, or common people don't have any faith in the heroes. Let me just say it that way. We didn't see one of the top 10 heroes during the Pro Hero arc, where Endeavor beat the Hayanomu. We see one of them. He is supposedly retired. I didn't really feel like going back and looking up his name, but I think he was number 8 or something. That sounds about right. He may have been higher, and I'm just not thinking about it. So people are just, Then we go back to the hero that Ochako saw a few chapters ago, just looking off into the distance, saying you need to get a new job. And then we see an All Might sign an All Might statue with a sign on it that says, "I am not here," which is ha 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 ha. And then we see Stain, which, he was one of the prison escapees out of Tartarus, and Stain's back. And then we go to the hospital where Endeavor is, and this is what the last part of this chapter starts on. And it says the people are placing that responsibility on the shoulders of one man in particular. And that man is Endeavor, as probably could figure out. So Doctor just looks and he says that Todaroki and most of the other kids are alright. And then the doctor walks out of the room and tells Endeavor he's rooting for him to win. And then we have a monologue with Endeavor. And I'm just going to read this off, because I think this is the best way to convey this message. He says, "I'm breathing, but my head is still in the fog. The anesthesia hasn't worn off yet. Still, I'm alive." Then he thinks back to whenever Dabi went, "Let's tango, a dance with your son here in hell," which was a great line in the chapter of his own. But then Endeavor says he must have known I'd survive this, because he knows exactly what sort of a man I am. I froze in place. Worry about the rest later. Oh, that was Todoroki speaking in something else. I froze in place. For a second time, a son of mine was in mortal danger, and I found myself paralyzed. Sure, Best Genius managed to disprove one part of that speech, but couldn't erase the greater truth. But last, it's true, I'm just reaping everything I've sowed. What I just read, but last, that was actually from Dobby's press thing, which that should be beautifully animated whenever it is. But yeah, now he's pretty much saying, I'm just reaping everything I sowed in the first place. I'm getting my consequences back. And then he says, I might get to live on, but Endeavor died back there. My son's a mass murderer, yet I can't fight him. Then we see Todoroki's face, and he's just like, probably trying to say dad, but as we know, his windpipe is all burnt up, so he can't really speak much. And then Endeavor goes, Shoto! And then we see Todoroki, Shoto Todoroki, Fumi Todoroki, and Natsu Todoroki. I'm hoping your last names are Todoroki. And then Fumi says, good, now you're up and we're all here together. And Natsu's like, what are you crying over, huh? He says, your fault, loser. And then Endeavor says, sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Didn't realize until now. These regrets, it's too late to matter. My heart, it's... And then, the big reveal of the chapter is that Rei Todoroki is out of the hospital. She walks in, and she says, yes, what about your heart? And here's finally where we get the chapter name. Last page of the chapter. It's called number 300, The Hellish Todoroki Family, Part 2, which is actually... the first part of that is actually in that volume 26 there, which deals with the Endeavor Agency arc, going into the start of the war. And then it continues to say, those regrets and guilt, the rest of us have borne that burden much more than you have. And NG says, Rei, why are you here? And then Rei comes up and says, I'm here to talk about our family and our son, Toya. Right? So. Oh, man. My thoughts on this chapter? It was an interesting chapter 300, because from normally most of these milestones, there'd either be a big fight going on, or in these shonen battle manga, there'd normally be a big fight going on, or something else happening, and, well, that just hasn't happened. It's just sort of the repercussions still after this, in this arc, after, stuff went down in, the previous arc. So, to be honest, I like the repercussions that Hero Society is following. Yeah, what else are we going to do about it? And then, one thing that Endeavor says, I might could live on, but Endeavor died back there, so... Is he no longer going to be number 1? Because if he's not, damn, heroes are going to fail. Like, fail. But that's just my thought on this chapter. 301 is going to be interesting, seeing if it cuts back to something else where if it stays with Rei talking to Todoroki, the hellish Todoroki family talking to each other, or just if it's going to be something different, like it was where chapter 398 was the hospital where the hero's waking up, and then it was the Hawks chapter last time, and now it's this. Just what is going to come of it? What's the next chapter going to be? 5 days till we find out. Thanks for watching this My Hero Academia Chapter 300 review, The Hellish Todoroki Family Part 2. And thank you for watching. Glowplasma231 out. If you want to, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that fun jazz. But if you don't, well, then don't. Thanks for watching again, everybody.